Welcome back to Kingdom Cast. It's your boy Country. We're doing the post-game recap of last night's victory over the Denver Broncos. Uh, I got my homeboy Boogie down at the bottom. What's up, Bug?
What's the deal?
Introducing today our special correspondent. Her name is Kylie Manning. She's very talented. She's very knowledgeable of what's going on in the game, and she's a football girl. You know, we like football girls. So let's start, and we can start and finish on the defense. The defense came to play last night. They showed up all night, all game. They turnovers. They scored points. They Denver had a 20 play drive and got absolutely nothing out of it. Like it was just amazing. It reminds me of when we played Carolina, and Carolina had like a 15 play drive and didn't even score nothing, like no field goal, nothing like that on the play. So defense showed up last night. I'm gonna start with you, Boogie, and then we're gonna move to Kylie and get our thoughts. But what you think?
I thought, man, that was crazy. That was Melvin Ingram first sack. Like it feel like he didn't already got one, but man, he started off hot. Melvin Ingram. Uh, we didn't really get much of Chris Jones and Frank Clark this game, and the D line still was like dominating. Reed was out there a couple times, but to me, that's the most impressive part was Chris Jones didn't even have a big game, and I think our D line still dominated. I think your boy Baker from the limited, well, not limited, the snaps he played, I think he did pretty good. Only problem was Javante Williams, but we said that before the game, and that dude is good. I think that's a Denver's future running back. So he did what he did,
Mhm.
but Teddy Bridgewater, I think all game we held him under control. I wasn't worried about him all game. I wasn't worried about Sutton, Patrick, or Judy all game to where I was like, okay, now they're getting hot. I never had that feeling. I mean, yeah, pass rush did what they did. I thought we did good on defense, man. Yeah, he had. He had. Sure.
Yeah, for sure. I thought the defense played lights out. I was so pleased to see Ingram making really big plays. Obviously, I feel like we stole him right from the Steelers, no pun intended, but they gave us to him for pennies, and he is proving to be more than we paid for. And I'm just really happy he's finally on our side. And I think I was really concerned going into the game without Fenton, but our secondary still showed up. They played amazing again. And I think that's the real story of yesterday's game. I mean, we had 2 picks. I think we almost had 4. There were 2 other picks that I think Ward had one that he dropped
Twice,
deep.
didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
So that game could have been much different than it ended up being. But really proud of our secondary. I was watching them with a bowl of popcorn, just eating it up. Loved every minute of it. So. And then, like you said, obviously there wasn't a lot of noise out of Frank Clark or Chris Jones. I think Chris Jones batted one away at the end, which was great, but not a lot of noise out of Snead. He's been really big the last few games. So it was nice to see other members kind of step up and take charge. And it just shows you that we actually have more depth in our defense than I originally thought, which is a really nice feeling. So, yeah.
Yeah, with the secondary not hearing Snead's name, it's not a bad thing because that means he was doing work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who he was holding last night, but I didn't hear much from him. They tried Mooney a lot last night, and it was no success. Um, Hughes started the game, but then Baker came in and filled in pretty much the rest of the game. I think he had a couple of
Yeah.
deflections or something like that, but he played tough. I just like his physicality that he brings to the game, and that's something that we talked about. And before we get too far into it, there's something else that we talked about, and that was Dirty Dan. We had a long discussion about what Dirty Dan was going to do. Where were they going to line him up at? And one thing I said was Dirty Dan knows the AFC West, and he's familiar with all our divisional
Called
opponents.
that.
And once again, he showed up. It was just Dirty Dan is such. I don't know what to do with him. He's like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands. It's like once you write him off, that's when he shows up. And him in limited packages is just the key to using him and using him the correct way. And last night he had a party last night. I'm happy for the guy for real.
Shout
Yeah.
out Ben Neiman on that tip too. We always on his heels. That was a good tip though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was completely blown away by Sorensen. I felt like I walked away from that game and I just genuinely was like, I feel really happy for him. Like he had a good game. He needed that. He had been, we all know Chiefs Kingdom was coming for him and he had been struggling. And for him to just go through that adversity and then come out with that huge play. And then he had a really big tackle at the end. I was very, very pleased and really happy with him. And I don't know. I guess we got to ask, like, does this warrant him getting more snaps next game? Do we think that that's where this is headed? Do we think he's going to stay limited? What do we foresee coming?
This is where he excels in limited snaps, 30 to 40, or actually 15 to 30 snaps is where he excels. Leave him there. He didn't outplay Juan last night. Juan had a good game too. Like that's going under the radar because Dan had the pick 6, but Juan had a hell of a game last night too. So keep him where he's at. This is where he
That's
excels.
another player, secondary player stepping up.
Yeah,
Completely.
The secondary. Hey, look out! Don't look now, but this is a Super Bowl caliber defense right now. Like D-line. The linebackers are stepping up. I mean, like you said, even Ben Neiman had a play last night. So the linebackers are stepping up. The secondary showed depth and skill last night. Like it was just, I know it's Denver, but before the game, it wasn't just Denver. It's like, oh, Denver's hot. Denver's coming in hot. They just beat the Cowboys. They just beat the Chargers. Now after we beat them, they're mediocre. But you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't an easy win last night. We weren't talking about washing Denver all over the field before the game. So
not at all.
They won by more than I thought, actually. I thought it was going to be close. Like, it was going to be 7-10. We had a whole discussion on would they even cover the spread last night. They more than covered the spread last night. So that was a good win, man. It was a very good win.
I felt like after that first drive, I kind of had seen, I was like, all right, I know where the energy is going to be on this game. And the defense brought it from the first drive out. And I don't feel like Bridgewater really knew what to do. And I don't know. I was really, really impressed. And I think, like you said, they're only a mild caliber team, but going into this game, they had just beaten the Chargers. I don't know how many points they put up against the Chargers. I think it was like 31 maybe, but they were this great high and mighty team. And then we beat them and it feels a little like, oh, well, they were only mediocre, but I don't think we should take anything away from our defense. Like they did an amazing job and they continue to propel to the next level. And I'm beyond pleased. And I think that this is a Super Bowl caliber team. Absolutely agree with you. Defense.
Y'all want to know something crazy? Yesterday at the game, I tapped my cousin. I said, this the first time right now I'm thinking when I'm thinking about our needs, I think receiver is our biggest need now. That's crazy. Like bigger than anything on defense right now.
So crazy. And I feel like in the offseason, they were like, we need that wide receiver too. I was like, no, we'll be fine. But like now it is really becoming apparent we do need a wide receiver too. And I was really hopeful, and I still really am high on Pringle. But 2 drops last night, I was just like, no, I'm pulling for you, not those 2 drops.
He made up for it, but we still will remember those 2 drops.
Those were crucial drops. He did make up for both drops. But I would rather have the catches than what happened. Like, but if you get thrown the ball 3 times and you drop 2 of them, that's not good. That's not good at all. And apparently, I've been hearing about it that McCall has been benched, and clearly last night he only got 9 snaps. So, what they gonna do with McCall? Who knows? It might be over. This might be his last. He still got a year left on his deal. So. I don't know if he's just in the doghouse right now or whatever, but at this point, it is what it is. That's where we are on McCall Hardman news. It is what it is. Whatever. But we definitely they still not working Josh Gordon. He's playing, but he's not getting any targets. Demarcus Robinson started off with some targets, and then I don't know, he just faded away. The thing I do like is Clyde and Darrell are getting more snaps and more targets in the pass game, and that's something that we've been calling for since Clyde got drafted. So it's we going through some role reversals on the offense. The offense is going through some growing pains right now. The defense is solidified. I don't care who they play, who was the quarterback, or who was hurt, or who had COVID. This defense is solid, man. You can't take that away from them.
Absolutely. And I want to just like touch right back on the Hardman thing. So yeah, he's been benched or he's gotten significantly less snaps, but you know, he's someone who is constantly dropping the ball, fumbling the ball. And, you know, they look to those leaders in Hill and in Kelsey to lead the way. And when they're dropping the ball, it's kind of hard to sit back and be like, well, now I'm benched for drop. Now, obviously they're not the same caliber player, but I think you need to look to them like they're the leaders of this team. They got to figure out what's going on with dropping these passes, and he's getting it to them. They're just not catching them. They're not executing.
And this has been a problem all year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like we just saying the last 2 weeks. All year, the Chiefs offense has been doing the same thing. The drops, picks, all year it's been the same thing happening. So is this going to stop is the real question. Can it stop? Because we've been saying every week it's going to stop. And we in what? Week what? 12, 13 is still the same thing from week 1.
Yeah. And Kylie tweeted, I don't know exactly what you tweeted, but I was like, I think the offensive problems are fixable. It's just when we gonna get them fixed though. It's like what he said. It's been like 12, 13 weeks of this. If it's not Travis, it's Tyreek, and last night it was both of them. They had less than 50 yards apiece.
Oh my gosh, was
combined last night. So, and we still won the game, which is amazing to me. Like if you'd have said, "Look, hey y'all, Travis and Tyreek are only going to get about 50 yards tonight," you're like, "Well, damn, we lost that game, right?" It's like, no, we actually blew them out the water last night. You know what I'm saying? So they still know how to win. It's just when that offense has got to start clicking. It's just got to start clicking.
I completely agree. I mean, week 13, we got it. I don't know if it's going to be fixed by now, but I can tell you that going into playoffs, we aren't going to be facing offenses that allow our defenses to only have them put up 9 points. So we got to be able to bring it offensively as well. Or, I mean, we just won't have a very good run in the playoffs. I think we're going to have to score more points than that. So hopefully they can get it fixed. They've got the experience and they've got the talent to get it fixed. So I'm hopeful, but it's got to get fixed and it's got to be a focus for sure.
And another thing is, how long can you rely on the defense to play lights out? It's going on 6 weeks, but we still got another 5 weeks. Can you depend on the defense to play how good they're playing week in and week out every week? Like if the defense collapses and the offense is playing like they're playing currently, we're gonna lose that game. It's just no other way. So I expected to see more from the offense coming off the bye week, but we still didn't get any answers last night. We didn't get any answers. We didn't get no consistency. After that first 15, it's like they just fall off the cliff. I don't know what it is. So
what is it about that opening script that's so great that we can't seem to repeat it throughout the rest of the game? Because I feel like this has been consistent. Obviously, the Raiders game was a little different, but in previous games, we've had a great opening drive and then kind of crickets. So what is it what's the difference there? I just don't understand.
Andy Reid does that first 15. I'm convinced Andy Reid does the first 15. After that, I don't know who called the plays after that because it's not the same person.
No.
Is it Eric Bieniemy? Is it, I don't know. Is somebody calling in from the sidelines? Is Pat calling his own plays? Like something after that first 15.
Why do we always say when it's going wrong, it's on Bieniemy? Is he going to get credit when it go good and bad? Is he the play caller or what? What we going to do with that, man? Because it seems like every time it's bad, it's like it's not Reid coaching, it's Bieniemy. So if it's Bieniemy coaching, is it him or what?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know who to point the finger at. Is it Reid? Is it EB? Who's calling the plays? Who's calling the first 15? Are they all collaborating and doing that together, or are we blaming them as a whole? I mean, what's going
Right.
on? Because when
Right.
Pat got off the field last night, he directed it all at EB. And
Mm-hmm.
it's rare to see Pat frustrated at people. The only people I see him get frustrated, he kind of yelled at Travis last night, too. So clearly he's
He pissed,
frustrated with
man.
it. So,
I mean, he's making those plays and they're dropping them. So I understand his frustrations there. A part of me does wonder, is Andy holding back? So whether it's him or Bieniemy play calling, do they see how the game is kind of moving along in that first quarter, and then they make some changes and they decide to hold back a little bit? I don't feel like Andy's ever really had like a killer instinct. So maybe that's what this is. At least that's what I'm choosing to believe, because I don't think our offense is, can actually execute this poorly. I think we're much better than this. So I'm just choosing to believe that.
they did something last night I've never seen them do with a minute. Would they have like a minute, 9 seconds? And they get the ball back after halftime, but they just chose to run the ball and run the clock out. And it was just like, I've never seen y'all do that before. Like, that didn't make – have you ever seen them do that before? I
They
seen
don't
Pat
have
yell at
confidence in
Andy
this
Reid for
offense,
taking a
man.
field goal before. Huh?
They don't have confidence in the offense. They don't.
Do we think that's what it was? I felt like maybe
They
there was some
playing as a defensive
miscommunication.
team. I do.
Yeah.
They currently are playing as a defensive team. Like, yeah, they playing like the Ravens,
That's
right?
what I think it is.
Well,
I think
Yeah.
Andy Reid is acknowledging right now they are a defensive team, and to win, they really need to just not make no mistakes right now.
Right.
Even though you got Mahomes, I think Andy Reid knows right now the offense just not clicking for whatever the reason is.
I'm with my boy here. Our offense can't be this terrible. It just can't. Can it? Or can it?
Why not?
There's too much talent there. I just don't see it. No, I refuse to believe that they're actually this terrible. And I mean, we did score. I mean, we did put points on the board, but a lot of that was Butker last night, or Sorensen with the pick six. So you take that away, how many points does our offense truly score? I mean, we had that opening drive touchdown. We just had the one touchdown from offense.
They scored 13 points, right? They scored a touchdown, and then they got 2 field goals, right? So, but it's crazy, though. As little as we scored, the game never seemed in doubt the whole day. So, I mean, it's just crazy. They just can't continue to be this bad. I guess it's just the blind homer, blind fan, and all of us is like, man, they can't keep being this bad. But apparently, as long as they winning, it's like I can live with it. But man, they gotta get it together.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, it's nice to win,
sustainable, man.
but I don't know if I slept any better last night. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's not even, but Byron, it's not even the wow factor anymore. It's just the consistency. It's just they don't even look comfortable at times. And then they had these quick 3 and outs, you know what I'm saying? They really put the defense in some terrible positions last night, but I mean the defense came through, but they got to start pulling their weight. Like it used to be that the offense was the big brother to the defense, and now that role is totally reversed. And the defense is the big brother to the offense, and the offense is not pulling their weight right now. And that goes for Pat and Travis.
The Chiefs' offense has been that bad, man.
That they have been that bad. The only good thing about it is we get the Raiders this week, so maybe that builds some more confidence again. If we got to put 40 up on the Raiders to get it right again, but oh man.
Do you look to the Raiders? I mean, because we have the Chargers Thursday
on
night football.
Yeah.
So the next 10 days are going to be it's going to be a stretch for sure. But guys,
scary. That Chargers game is scary.
You got to run. You got to go.
I got to run. Yeah, I gotta get back
Thank
to my
you.
job. Thanks so much for having me. It was so
Appreciate
great
it.
You
talking with
know,
you guys.
you
Uh,
part of the team now, so
I love
I'm gonna
that
get
for
you
sure. Yeah, bring me
for
back. I
sure.
love it.
All right.
Boogie, it was great to meet you, and we'll chat soon.
Same,
This
same.
this offense will figure it out. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Yeah. Shout out to our newest correspondent, Kylie. She's really good. Follow her on Twitter. Uh, Kylie Manning, I think. I'm sorry, I get her name right. But he, where are we gonna get the confidence from, bud? Like, are we gonna use the Raiders game as another stepping stone?
Yeah, I ain't seeing it right now. I ain't gonna lie. I
It's
don't
just
know. I don't see it right now. It's
they need to catch the with they just need to catch the ball. I don't care how you catch it, with your hands, with your body, with your toe, with your with your behind. I don't care how you catch. Just catch the ball, baby. That's all you got to do. And
yeah, we
they
not
got to catch the
executing at
ball, man.
all, man.
It's really it's just really sad, bro. Like it's like man, I'm just surprised that they playing like this. I thought we was gonna see some new wrinkles. I thought we was gonna see some more creative stuff. I don't know if they were holding back because they got to play Denver later on
Yep,
in the season. But hey, man,
Kevin. I did too. Long that's the spooky part. We coming off a bye week. We did not look that offense. I don't
yeah,
know.
that is. If you're gonna be scared about anything, that's the thing to be scared about because they usually come off the bye week looking like a different team, and they came off the bye week looking like the same team from 5 weeks ago, and they've been winning, but that's not like you said, it's not sustainable. Um, and I'm expecting them to turn it up. They got to turn it up, man. It's just you got to turn it up, bro. I don't know. Pat need one of them rollout throws for a first down again or something like he had against Green Bay, but that only was good enough for one game. We on a run now, and it's all in our lap right now. We first in the AFC West. Um, I think fourth in playoff seeding, but that could change because Buffalo and New England play tonight, and that could change some things and switch some things up. So Baltimore is not looking good right now. Uh, I can't, man. I can't wait till Charles get back, bro. Get well soon, Charles. Man, we need you back so we can discuss this Lamar Jackson thing. We got to discuss this
Yeah, man.
because
Enough
he
again.
looked bad.
I ain't even get to catch that game, man. I'm gonna catch it.
So
Dang, lost to the Steelers.
so
Mm.
oh, I didn't I know you weren't down there, but I seen Debo was just hanging out in the stands yesterday at the game. Dwayne Bowe signing autographs and kissing babies and whatnot.
That's what's
That's
up.
dope. Yeah. The screen game with Clyde. Man, how long we been asking for that? They Clyde looked good last night. They were using him how we expected them to use him. He was running pretty. He was running kind of cool, and the screen game was really nice last night. So I mean, just start building on that. Now we back to baby steps again, bro. We just gonna build on these small things. We used to do it with the defense. Now we're doing it with the offense. We're just gonna build on these small wins.
Can they run the ball without being a shotgun? Can we do that, son? A little bit more.
We
Dang.
just, bro, they just need to start having fun again, man. It's just
Use that
they
O
had
line,
fun for
man.
the
Use
first
them.
15, and then it just goes. As soon as somebody makes a mistake, it just goes down. It's just like zaps them. So it's like a false sense of
They've been trying
confidence
to
they
get to
have.
Kelsey.
Okay, hey, so have you noticed Travis always get tackled up around this area, like the head, neck area, every time he gets tackled? I don't know.
They was on
Have
him,
you
cuz.
rewatched the game on Game Pass yet?
Nah, not yet.
Okay, look for that when you watch the game. Look at the game yesterday. Every time after the whistle, Denver did something extra. Either
Oh
they were
yeah.
talking crazy to Mooney, they was talking crazy to Travis. Uh, Kareem Jackson was trying to slap the ball from Clyde and all that extra stuff. It finally kind of boiled over at the end, but they were doing that all game. So I think Denver was just kind of getting in
It's
their
being
feelings.
physical.
Yeah, it's being physical, but sometimes when you getting your ass kicked, you know what I'm saying, you getting your feelings a little bit. It looked like they was in their feelings a little bit because they know it's 12 in a row. You know what I'm saying? So next time we play Denver, it's gonna be physical. It's gonna be physical again. And let's not discount the fact that Denver got a good defense. So we weren't gonna just blow them out the water. Period. In my opinion, it was gonna be difficult, but it seemed like it was. I think we did more of the damage to ourselves than Denver did to us.
Yeah.
So what else happened at the game, man? You was at the game live. What you think? How was the energy in the stadium?
Oh, it was good, man. It was Bronco fans was. I mean, it ain't too many of them like that, man. But it was good. Trey Smith holding calls, yeah. We got to use
That
Trey
was
Smith right, man. That old line is, man. He was getting some pancakes while he was getting pancakes, man. We need to run the ball, power run game. Get out that shotgun. Why we have to use
yeah.
the shotgun?
I definitely want to see Tooney on some more screens like he did last night. Boy, they was with him and Trey Smith leading the way. They was killing people. They was road great and
Let's
Creed.
let's do that.
Let's do more of that. Since we a defensive team, let's start running the ball, man. Let's start running the ball more screens, more stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to get right, bro. I think it's coming. Um, I think Oakland gonna help us out a little bit, or Vegas. I'm sorry, I still call them Oakland, but I think they might help us out a little bit. But they gonna come to play too, because we just embarrassed them a couple of weeks ago, so they not gonna come in lightly. So we'll see how that goes. Um, what else we need to talk about? 5 straight AFC West first place. Um, it's all coming together. It's all falling for us. So we just got to get
It ain't
right.
over yet. Chargers still right there. We gotta
Chargers
still
still
take care
right
of
there.
business.
It's still right there. You know what I'm
Like
saying? So
like you said,
we're
got
not.
them coming off that short week. That's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough.
We gotta stay
So
a game or two ahead of them.
would you, would you rather lose to the Raiders and beat San Diego? I know the ultimate
If I
goal is to
knew,
beat them
guarantee, yep,
both. If I can guarantee
yep,
you, you lose to Oakland, but you're gonna beat San Diego or beat the Chargers. You would take that?
yeah, it's cool. I'll take that. Yeah. But then we could beat the Steelers and Bengals and Broncos. We could beat them three. We gotta beat the Chargers. That's the most important game now. But we got them
Yeah.
off that physical game.
Yeah.
Short week. It'll be
Because
tough.
The Raiders still in it, but they not. It might be over for the Raiders. They really waiting. I think the Raiders really waiting for their collapse. You know what I'm saying? They just need somebody to push them over the bridge. For real. So I
Yeah,
I'll
they
be
lost to
happy to push them
Washington.
over the bridge. So hey, man, it was a good win. It wasn't a spectacular win. There are no style
Wasn't
points in
pretty,
the
man.
NFL. You say what? There are
Wasn't
no
pretty.
style points. No, it doesn't. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was about a 6. But it was late at night at the club, and she was the only one left in there. So you left with it. You know what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't pretty. You definitely not writing home about this win, but it was a win. It went down as a W. The W is the most important thing right now. We got to get better on offense. The defense, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep dominating. Keep having fun. Keep flying around the ball. Who's your player of the game? And we're not gonna pick Dirty Dan because that's too easy. So, who's your player on the offense? Who's your player on defense?
Defense, I got to go Melvin Ingram. Then I'll go with him. He set the tone. I like what he was doing all game. Offense, I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go with Clyde. I like that screen. That was a good little screen he did. I wish we could have ran the ball a little bit more. How we was playing on offense. You said 286. I said I take the under before the game.
You did. Smart man. Yeah,
He
you
hit
did.
way under on that.
Way under, like 100 yards. Yeah. I went
I'll take
314.
Clyde.
Yeah. On offense, damn, I was gonna take Clyde too. But I will take my two tackles, man. Orlando Brown, Andrew Wiley. Andrew Wiley been filling in perfectly. We ain't been calling his name, which means that he ain't been getting in trouble. Orlando Brown is quietly putting together these solid games. He's not a liability. He's not getting beat constantly like he was versus Tennessee. So I'll give him their props. On defense, I gotta go with Mooney, man. Hey, you got to give props what they do, bro. Mooney been playing lights out for a month now. You know what I'm saying? And they tried him last night. They really tried him last night. He could have had a lot of interceptions last. Mooney, you got to catch them balls, bro. You got to catch them balls, man. He had at least 2 clear interceptions.
We know why he wasn't no receiver.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't no receiver.
Oh, if Willie Gay would have got that pick would have been crazy.
Yeah, I think he was going to the house if he would have caught that. So we're gonna put y'all on the what they call the judge this weekend, so y'all can work on y'all catching and come down with them pick sixes. But yeah, that's definitely my player of the game, Mooney, and our 2 tackles. I think outside of the holding calls, Trey Smith he's been dominating. Creed been dominating. The O-line is set. The O-line is good. I still don't think Orlando Brown up to 20 million. I think last week he was at 16. So we at about 17 million right now. So keep working, Orlando. We'll see how it works out for you. Shout out to DeAndre Baker, man. I don't know why I'm such a fan of DeAndre Baker, but I just been rooting for the kid to get back because I think he lost it all. And we gave him a shot. And last night he came back. He performed. He was physical. He had a couple pass deflections. He showed up last night, so I respect that. So salute to him. Anything else you got to say about the game?
No, you said Willie Gay looked. That was nice. Even what's the name? Okafor got a little something almost too.
Okafor almost had a good pick. Okay, my bad. We cannot leave without talking about Anthony Hitchens last night. Okay.
Oh, that block. Yeah, that block.
Oh, my God. He literally stopped, paused, and squared dude up just so he could hit him. And dude ran
Somebody
right.
said, I forgot who tweeted it, said he did it like a wrestler.
It looked like a finishing move. Like he was waiting on that rock bottom. And man, when I say he laid dude out, he laid dude out. Like I don't care about the flag. I don't care about the flag. If you can find a way to do that and send a message, then do that all night, man. Hey, Bowles, they left tackle was showing up the crowd last night. Huh? You say what, bro?
I said, was that really a good call, though? Is that really a good call? What was they saying?
They were saying that it was a blind side, but it looked like dude was looking right at him. I I I don't know. Maybe he didn't get his head all the way around, but whatever
This is
happened, he sure didn't see him after Anthony Hitchens hit him. Hey man, Hitchens lined him up so perfectly, bro. Man, that was one of them old Derrick Johnsons. But here's the thing. Somebody tried to do that later on with Dan, but Dan ran through that. I think Bridgewater tried to do it, but Dan ran through that block, man. Shout out to Dan in that pick
Dirty
six. It was
Dan.
beautiful. It was beautiful, man. Shout out to Dirty Dan, man. If anybody deserved that night, Dirty Dan deserved it. So
But the celebration too, man. That's
the
crazy.
celebration was nuts, right? he took that out of Tyron page. So like I said, good victory. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't impressive, but the main thing that counts is W's, and that's 8 of them. We 8-4, right?
Yep.
8-4. We still got our destiny is in our own hands now. We came a long way from the mud. You know what I'm saying? And like the title of the podcast episode, we still beating a dead horse that's 12 in a row. So we'll see y'all Friday. Shout out to our girl Kaylee Manning. We appreciate you, our newest member of the team. Get well soon to Chuck. We'll see y'all Friday, man.
Go Chiefs, man. Raider week.
Oh, Chiefs. Raider week starts now.